One driver is sitting at the top of the NASCAR world right now, and the entire sport just handed him a target on his back. The 2026 In-Season Challenge bracket is out. 32 drivers, 5 weeks, $1 million, and some of the biggest names in Cup Series racing just got the draw of their lives while others got buried. This is not a consolation prize. This is a power shift waiting to happen. Here's what you need to know. NASCAR's In-Season Challenge returns for its second year in 2026. It pits the top 32 drivers in the Cup Series standings against each other in a 5-week head-to-head bracket. Each round, both drivers race. Whoever crosses the line higher on the leaderboard that week moves on. Simple, brutal, and exactly the kind of appointment television NASCAR has been chasing for years. The prize at the end of this run, $1 million, crowned at Indianapolis Motor Speedway on July 26th. The journey kicks off at Sonoma on June 28th, a road course, then rolls through Chicagoland, Atlanta's Echo Park Speedway, North Wilkesboro, and finally Indy. 5 venues, 5 rounds, 1 champion. Last year, Ty Gibbs took home the inaugural title at the Brickyard. Now the bracket is set, and not everyone got a fair shake at doing it again. Let's be honest about what this format actually is. In a sport where a blown tire or a debris caution can wipe out a championship run in one afternoon, the In-Season Challenge adds storylines during a stretch of summer racing that can otherwise feel like a long wait before the playoffs begin. NASCAR recognized that fans needed something to track week to week, a reason to care about Chicagoland in July the same way they care about Daytona in February. But this bracket is not just entertainment. It carries real psychological weight inside those garages. Drivers who are hovering on the playoff bubble are racing for confidence. Team sponsors are watching. A deep run in this bracket can reframe a struggling season. A first-round exit, especially for a driver expected to win, can create doubt at exactly the wrong time of year. And then there is the money. $1 million does not change the math of a Cup Series championship, but it changes conversations. It changes how a driver is talked about in the offseason. It validates or haunts you heading into the fall stretch run. So we look at this bracket. We are not just looking at friendly head-to-head racing. We are looking at momentum, perception, and pressure. Now here is where it gets really interesting. Tyler Reddick holds the top seed. He leads the Cup Series standings, and on paper, that makes him the obvious favorite to go the distance. But the top seed in a bracket built around unpredictable racing is not the same as being the top seed in a controlled competition. One bad pit strategy call, 1 lap 1 wreck at Sonoma, and the points leader is eliminated in round 1. That is not a small risk. That is the entire nature of this format. Meanwhile, Ryan Blaney quietly earned what might be the most favorable draw in the entire bracket. He opens against Josh Berry, a driver who is already a known commodity on ovals but has genuinely struggled on road courses throughout his career. Blaney, the 2-time Cup Series champion, is built for these tracks. If he advances, his round 2 opponent projects to be Shane Van Gisbergen. SVG has improved on ovals, no question, but putting him on a road course against Blaney is still a heavy ask. The numbers suggest Blaney has better than an 80% chance of reaching round 3. In a bracket format, that kind of expected value advantage is enormous. Chase Elliott also drew well. He is a road course specialist matching up against Noah Gragson in the opener at Sonoma, a driver who has struggled to crack the top 20 consistently this year. Elliott's path through round 2 still looks manageable. His estimated chance of advancing past the halfway point sits around 60%. And in a field this competitive, that is a strong number. On the other side, look at what Chase Briscoe is walking into. Briscoe was a legitimate top 10 contender week in and week out. His round 1 draw is A.J. Allmendinger at Sonoma. Allmendinger does not run a full Cup schedule, but on road courses he is in a different universe than most of this field. 3 career wins on that track type, a career average finish that puts most full-time drivers to shame. If Briscoe survives that, and he does have legitimate road course ability, he potentially draws Ty Gibbs in round 2. Defending champion, teammate, and a driver sitting 5th in the season standings. That is a brutal path for anyone. Christopher Bell adds another layer of drama. He is dealing with a broken wrist sustained at Michigan, which means every physical moment inside that car carries an added element of risk and pain management. His round 1 matchup is Ross Chastain, who has been one of the better road course performers in the field. If Bell gets through round 2, could bring Chris Buescher, who has been solid on ovals, or a surging John Hunter Nemechek, who has been showing serious speed aboard what is quickly becoming one of the fastest Toyota programs in the garage. Bell's path to the final is not impossible, but managing that injury across 5 weeks of hard racing, that is a story developing in real time. Fans are going to be split on this one, and that is exactly what NASCAR wanted. On one side, you have the people pointing at Reddick and Blaney as the presumptive favorites and arguing the format rewards the best drivers, as it should. On the other side, you have the crowd who sees Allmendinger sitting as a 20-something seed ready to eliminate a championship-level competitor in round one, and they are here for the chaos. The road course opener at Sonoma is going to set the tone immediately. If a top seed goes home early, this bracket explodes in interest overnight. Social media will be loud. Analysts will be second-guessing seedings. And suddenly every race on this 5-week calendar matters in a way it might not have otherwise. That is not an accident, that is design. Two ways this plays out. Best case, Ryan Blaney runs the bracket the way his draw sets him up to. He advances cleanly, he faces a top 10 driver in the later rounds, and the final at Indianapolis becomes a legitimate headline matchup. The $1 million gets decided on a Sunday afternoon at the Brickyard, with NASCAR playoffs just around the corner, and the sport enters August with serious momentum. That is the ideal version of this format, delivering on its promise. Worst case, the road course opener at Sonoma chews up multiple top seeds in round one. Reddick, Elliott, or Blaney exits early due to a wreck or mechanical failure completely unrelated to their performance level. The fan base debates whether a bracket format built around uncontrollable race outcomes is actually fair. The final becomes a matchup between two mid-tier seeds who happen to avoid trouble, and the $1 million moment lacks the star power to generate the mainstream attention NASCAR was building toward. Both outcomes are genuinely possible. That is either the beauty or the frustration of this format, depending on which side of the fence you sit on. Here's the question that is going to drive this whole conversation for the next 5 weeks. Does Ryan Blaney's draw make him the real favorite, or does the chaos of road course racing at Sonoma blow this bracket wide open before it even gets started? Drop your pick in the comments. Who goes the distance in 2026? And if you think this format is the best thing NASCAR has done in years, or the worst, say that too. We read every one. If you want this kind of breakdown every week through the challenge, you know what to do.